Hey everyone, it's Brittany back with Movement Revolution to give you another body weight workout. Today we are going to focus on what I believe to be the two most important muscle groups that you have, your core muscles and your glute muscles. Now these two muscle groups are the foundation for the rest of your muscle groups, so it's really important to have a strong core and a strong glute group in order to prevent injuries throughout all the movements that you do in your daily life or during your exercise routine. So here's what we're going to do today. We're going to get warmed up, so go ahead and take that jog around the block to get your heart rate up. If you want to work out inside or do your warm-up inside, you're going to do 30 seconds jumping jacks, 30-second high knees, and 30-second butt kickers repeated twice. Once you have those done, you're going to go into 10 lunges with a twist. So we're going to lunge forward and we're going to twist that torso, make sure that we warm up those legs and those core muscles that we're going to be strengthening later on. So you're going to do 10 on each side, and then you're going to finish off with 5 inchworms. And again, if you need a brush up on inchworms, go ahead and look back to my other videos. At the beginning of the videos, I demonstrate the inchworms, and that will get you all nice and warmed up, as well as stretched out and ready to go. All right, so for the workout, I have 8 exercises for you. I'm going to keep it really simple. I just want you to do 3 rounds of these 8 exercises at 10 reps apiece. A lot of the exercises are side-side, so remember, if you have 10 reps to do, make sure you're doing 10 reps on one side and then 10 reps on the other side, not 5 and 5. We don't want to shortchange ourselves. Okay, so 3 rounds, 10 reps of each exercise. Now, our first exercise, you're going to be lying on your side. So go ahead and just stack one leg on top of the other. Arm can come out right here, or it can rest behind your head, and this arm just kind of hangs out right out in front of you. So what you're going to do is you're going to contract your glute, and you're going to raise that top leg, and then you're going to bring it forward, and you're going to tap right in front of your bottom leg, come back up, and then tap behind the bottom leg. So forward, backwards, that's going to be 1 rep. Make sure that you're keeping tension on your glute the entire time that you're going back and forth. So you can do 10 reps, and then you'll switch over to the other side and complete 10 reps on that side. All right, second exercise, we're going to be doing some reverse core marching. So you're going to be laying on your back. You want to pull your belly button into your spine, press your spine down into the ground, and bring your legs up into a tabletop position. So you want to have your arms out here for support, and what you're going to do is one at a time, you're going to bring your foot down, touch your heel to the ground, and then bring it back up. Now your core is going to want to lift up as you're going down, so your core is going to want to pop up like this. You want to make sure that you maintain your spine to the ground the entire time. This is really what's going to give you that core workout. It looks really easy, but actually keeping your core pressed to the ground the entire time is a bit of a challenge. Now, if you feel like your abs are not strong enough to keep your spine to the ground, you can always do a standard march, which is starting from the ground and just bringing one leg up at a time. This is very basic. Make sure that you keep your core tight and that your spine stays pressed to the ground the entire time. So remember, one side and the other side count as 1 rep. All right, back to the glutes. So we're going to be doing an elevated bridge. So for that, you're going to need either a chair or your couch, and you can just bring that right over and bring your feet up onto that chair. So I don't want to lose my core strength, so I'm going to keep my belly button pressed into my spine and my spine pressed into the ground. I'm going to take one leg and raise it, and as I come up, I'm going to extend my hips up at the top, squeezing my glutes, trying to relax my hamstrings, and then controlling that on the way down. Again, full hip extension at the top, squeeze those glutes, and slowly lower back down. And then you'll switch to the other side for your next 10 reps. Don't forget to keep your core tight the entire time. All right, back to another core exercise. I'm going to do what's called an oblique windmill. So this is going to target those side abs, your obliques. I'm going to turn this way just for demonstration purposes. So lay on your back, belly button is pulled towards the spine. Spine is pressed down on the floor. Arms are out here for support. Legs are going to come into a full extension. Toes are pointed towards the ceiling. And you're going to just go from side to side. Now you'll want to try to come down as far as you can and use all the oblique strength that you have to pull yourself back up to the middle. Try not to let your shoulders come off the ground. So shoulders pinned to the ground. The only thing that's rotating is your torso. So right and left, that is 1 rep. All right, back to the glutes. I've done this one before. It's called a clamshell. It's one of my favorite glute exercises because it's very simple to do, but very effective at the same time. So again, lying on the side, this arm can come out here or behind your head. This arm just kind of hangs out in front. My knees are bent, my heels are together. I'm going to activate my glutes and I'm going to bring my knee up, squeeze, and down. If you have a band, you can actually put the band on and you can put it right above your knee, and that will give you a little bit more resistance. If your glutes are already pretty strong, this might not be as effective for you, but by adding that band, you will definitely be feeling it after 3 rounds. So again, 10 on this side, switch around to 10 on the other side. All right, back to core. We're gonna do single leg toe touches. So for this one, if you have weights, you can actually grab some light weights to use. Come back down to the ground. Belly button's pulled in the spine, spine's pressed to the ground, legs are straight out in front of you. As you come up, you're gonna bring one arm up with the opposite leg and touch your toe. Come back down, switch sides, and that's considered 1 rep. All right, so 10 reps, we'll finish those out for that round. And we'll go back to glutes. So the next one's going to be a Bulgarian split squat, and that is going to be done using your chair or your couch or your bench. I'm gonna pull my chair up to show you. Okay, so for this one, you're gonna put one foot up onto the chair. The other foot's gonna come out in front of you in kind of a lunge position. What you're gonna wanna do, get your balance. You wanna squeeze your glutes, and you're gonna do a single leg squat, and then you're gonna come up, nice and slow, down nice and slow, and up nice and slow. Now what I'm doing here is when I'm coming down, my front foot is actually slightly pointed out in about a 25-degree angle. And as I'm coming down, my knee is following where my toe is at. So I'm not allowing my knee to come in. I'm actually pressing my knee out just a little bit. And what that's doing is it's activating my glute muscle. So as I'm coming down, I'm activating that glute muscle, coming up, keeping tension the entire time. That's gonna prevent my quads and hamstrings from doing all the work, focusing that energy on my glute. So again, 10 on this side and 10 on your other side. We'll finish up your reps for that round. And the last core exercise I have for you is gonna be an overhead sit-up. So again, if you have a weight, you can use a weight for this one. I got a weight right here. Again, if you don't have any weights, don't worry, you can do all these without weights. All right, so here I am again, belly button to my spine, spine pressed to the ground. I'm gonna hold my weight over my head with my arms extended, and I'm gonna bring it up and press it up to the ceiling. So I'm giving myself a nice crunch as I'm coming up, and then slowly coming back down one vertebrae at a time. All right, so those are the 8 exercises I'm gonna have you do. Remember to do each exercise, 10 reps of each, all the way through for your first round before you start your second round, and then again for your third round. As far as stretches go, definitely finish off with a Cobra stretch. So that's gonna be on your stomach, coming back up, pressing your shoulders behind you, and getting a nice stretch in that core. And then you'll wanna go into what's called a frog stretch. So we're gonna spread our knees out. We're gonna come down to the floor, and we're gonna try to sit back on our heels. And we're just gonna get a nice stretch in that groin area. Then you'll want to do a pigeon stretch on each side. So again, a pigeon, foot comes out in front of you. You're gonna fold that foot in, and then you're gonna hover over it with your foot underneath your belly button, and we are stretching out those hips. You wanna do that on both sides. Hamstring stretch, so you can do that seated by pulling your toes towards you and bending forward. I prefer to stand because I like how gravity kind of gives me a little help with my stretch. So I'm just gonna bend at the hips, come down with a nice flat back, and allow the gravity to pull me down. And then you'll also wanna stretch your quads. So you can bring your feet out in front of you, keep your knees together, pull one foot behind you, and lean back. And you'll feel a nice stretch on the outside of that quad. And then of course repeat on the other side. Hold each stretch for 30 to 45 seconds a piece, and that should get you nice and loosened up from the muscles that we worked today. And yeah. I hope you guys enjoy this, and I hope it gives you a good core and glute workout. And I will see you later for some HIIT training next week. Or not next week, but later on this week. All right, see you guys next time.